It was one of the most breathtaking sights that took place in modern history. The rather unusual incident invoked a great deal of interest among UFO conspiracy theorists and non-believers across the board. A very large formation of amber spheres illuminated the night skies in Phoenix, Arizona, as thousands watched on in utter shock. But was the mass UFO sighting truly something out of this world? Or could it be easily explained using logic and reason? Let's take a closer look at the interesting story of the Phoenix Lights and find out what actually happened. Most humans at some point in their lives has pondered the age-old question, are we alone in the world? The most respected space experts and renowned scientists would agree. There must be intelligent life out there somewhere, based on the sheer numbers of stars and planets in the universe. But the real question remains unanswered, have aliens ever visited Earth? UFO believers often point to one mass sighting as irrefutable evidence they visited. The very interesting event was actually captured on camera for millions to observe after the fact. On the evening of March 13 of 1997, hundreds of Arizona residents were arriving home from work or unwinding before bed. It was simply just another day, nothing out of the ordinary taking place. Then an influx of police reports regarding bright orbs occupying the night sky over Phoenix would begin to occur. 7 large balls of light, spanning several miles, made a V-shaped formation that locals would observe hovering silently above them. Some witnesses were too taken back by the experience to do anything but just watch.
All we could see was the left wing of the craft itself. That's how low it was. We didn't go fetch a camera. We didn't do anything but sit there and watch it. You actually tell yourself not to blink because you might miss something. I mean, that's how intense it was.
But others managed to capture the strange phenomenon on film with their high-end camcorders.
Oh, look. 1, 2. There's another one.
Wait, where?
Chimney. There's another one, too.
Where?
Oh,
look at that.
there's another one.
No, we're just excited. We're not.
They keep coming.
Wait, I see. Whoa, look at them.
I got that one on video.
There's just 4 of them. Look at, there's 3 of them all together.
I got the third one popping.
There's one behind the chimney. One just flared up.
I got 4 of them.
Another one.
Major sighting here.
No, there's 5.
Oh!
Another one just showed up.
As a large amount of worried residents watched on in disbelief during the strange sighting, word of mouth would quickly spread between families and friends in the area. While this footage is the most watched pertaining to the mysterious event, many are still unaware that there were actually 2 major sightings in Phoenix that night. The earliest reports of a V-shaped object in the sky was seen traveling very slow at approximately 7:55 p.m. As word continued to spread throughout the town, more residents were on the lookout for the flying object, some even deciding to break out their telescopes to get a glimpse.
There were 5 huge lights in the very front of it, and it was in a boomerang shape. I'm only 1.5 miles from that mountain, the top of that mountain. That vehicle spent 5 to 6 minutes hovering from that mountain to my house. I don't know anything that can go that slow.
It was absolutely silent, just completely gliding, just like part of the sky, just a big platform, just flying with lights in front of it. I could see it was covering stars, so I knew it was something solid.
Many would see glowing amber orbs floating idle at around 9:15 p.m. and then abruptly disappearing shortly after. Following the very odd occurrence, the Arizona locals would have a lot of questions they wanted answered by their state officials. Most common inquiry, was this some sort of alien visitation, or just a secret government black project being tested? The governor of the state, Fife Symington, initially seemed equally perplexed about the situation as the civilians. But he would quickly change his tune shortly after in a press conference that aired on the local news days later. He didn't seem to take the matter so seriously after all. A few months later, an official report was released by the United States Air Force. The explanation for the earlier sightings were planes flying in formation at high altitude, which inadvertently created the illusion of one singular object. And as for the hovering orbs recorded later in the evening, which thousands of people observed for several minutes, they were just flares being dropped in a standard Air Force training exercise. Most witnesses that watched the events unfold refused to accept the official explanations given. Most stating they indeed saw a solid object, not jet formations or flares. UFO believers over the years managed to find uncanny similarities between the Phoenix Lights incident and the Hudson Valley UFO sightings, which were filmed throughout the late 80s. But what are your thoughts on this weird story? Do you think the lights over Phoenix was nothing more than flares and Air Force jets? And have you ever seen a UFO before? Leave a comment below and let me know.